Today we will learn chapter 1 relations and functions. In 11th standard we learned the same topic relations and functions. We can define a relation on a non-empty set, or it can be defined from one set to another set. Let R be a relation from set A to set B. Here A and B are non-empty sets. Then that relation is subset of A cross B. That is A cross B, that is Cartesian product of A and B, or cross product of A and B. So the relation is the subset of relation from set A to set B is the subset of A cross B. The same way we can define relation in a set. Relation R on set A, that is relation R from set A to set A, relation from A to A. So here that R is the subset of A cross A. So we have only one set, relation defined on that set. That relation is the subset of A cross A. Here we have two sets, relation defined from A to B. So here A to A. So here R is subset of A cross A, and here R is subset of A cross B. We can take one example. A is a set 1, 2, 3, and B another set 2, 3. Then A cross B we learned in 11th standard, Cartesian product. A cross B is defined like this: ordered where x, y, such that x belongs to A and y belongs to B. That is the definition of A cross B. That means first element from first set and second element from second set. And if you take B cross A, then first element from set B and the second element from set A. So when we find the elements of A cross B in this question, we need to find all the ordered pairs in which first element from set A and the second element from set B. So the first element 1, 2, ordered pair 1, 2, ordered pair 1, 2. Here 1 is from set A and 2 from set B. Then 1, 3, 1, 3. Then 2, ordered pair 2, 2. Then ordered pair 2, 3. Then 3, 2, 3, 2, and 3, 3. 3, 3. So these are the elements of A cross B. Then the relation is always subset of A cross B. So here we can define one relation. Different relation we can define here. So I am taking one relation is less than. So that is one relation from A to B. So is less than, that means one A is less than B. First element is less than second element. So when we use this relation, then we can write the elements satisfying this relation is less than. So first element is less than the second element. So this is satisfying 1 less than 2. So that is an element of this R. Then 1 less than 3. So that is an element of 2 less than 2, not satisfying, 2 equal to 2 or less than or equal to 2. So this one cannot be an element here. 2 less than 3, that is satisfying. Then 3 not less than 2, so this is not an element of that relation. 3 is not less than 3, not an element. So this is the relation. So here we have 3 elements, and all the 3 elements are the elements of A cross B. So we can say that R is the subset of A cross B. And here when we define one relation, that relation is subset of A cross A. So that is relation from set A to set B is subset of A cross B, and a relation defined on set A is subset of A cross A. That is relation. Now we are going to learn different types of relations. Different types of relations. First one is empty relation. Empty relation, then universal relation. First one is empty relation. A relation R in set A A relation R in set A is said to be empty relation. Is said to be empty relation if no element of A related to any element of A. If no element of A related to any element of A, that means there is no relationship between any element of that set A. So we will not have any element in that set. So that is an empty set, and empty set is subset of A cross A. So that is a relation. That relation is empty relation. And another example for relation, that is universal relation. Universal relation. So here a relation R in set A is said to be universal relation if each element of A related to every element of A. So here each element of A related to every element of A. So that R is equal to A cross A. So A cross A is a subset of A cross A. So here each element of A related to every element of A. So relation and A cross A both are same here. But here no element of A related to any element of A. So the relation is an empty set. No element there. So empty set is a subset of A cross A. So R is an empty relation, and here R is universal relation. Now we can give one example. Suppose set A, students of 12th C. Students of 12th C. Suppose we have 50 students in 12th C, and when we 50 students, we can denote them by using their roll numbers. Roll number 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Roll number 50. We have 50 students in 12th C. Then we can define different types of relations. One relation is classmate of. So when we, by using this relation, when we try to find the elements is classmate of, we can say roll number 1 is classmate of roll number 1. Mathematically that is correct. Roll number 1 is classmate of roll number 1. Roll number 1 is classmate of roll number 2. Roll number 1 is classmate of roll number 3, because there are 50 students in the same class, 12th C. Roll number 1 related to 2, roll number 1 related to 3, roll number 1 related to roll number 50, because that is the relation is classmate of. And similarly, roll number 2 is classmate of roll number 1. Roll number 2 is classmate of roll number 2. Roll number 2 is classmate of roll number 3, etc. Roll number 2 is classmate of roll number 50. Similarly, roll number 50, classmate of roll number 1, etc. So here, each element of A related to every element of A. So this is an example for universal set. This is an example for universal set. In this set, each element of A related to every element of A. So here R and A cross A, both of them are same. So this is an example for universal set. And suppose we are going to define another set here in the same class 12th C. Suppose relation is father of. Now we are going to find elements here. The relation is father of. If we can find a pair in which one student is father of another student in 12th C, then that relation, if we can find any element, then it will not be empty element. So can we find one student is father of another student in 12th C? It's not possible. So we don't have father son or father daughter in 12th C. So that set is empty set. So we don't get any pair in which one student is father of another student in 12th C. So is father of, that is an empty set. So that is an example for empty relation. Is father of. We don't have any element there. Similarly, is husband of or is wife of. Is husband of. Is husband of. We don't get any pair from 12th C satisfying this condition. Roll number 3 is husband of roll number 10. So like that we don't get any pair from 12th C. So that is an empty relation. So these are examples for empty relation. And is classmate of, that is an example for universal relation. So here each element of A related to every element of A, and here no element of A related to any element of A, and here also in second case also is husband of or is wife of. So we don't get any pair satisfying this condition from 12th C. So these are examples for empty relation, and this is an example for universal relation. Now we are going to learn equivalence relation. Reflexive, symmetric, transitive, etc. A relation R in set A is said to be a relation R in set A. A relation R in set A is called reflexive. Reflexive if ordered pair AA belongs to ordered pair AA belongs to R for every A belongs to A. That is reflexive relation. If ordered pair AA belongs to R for every A belongs to A. Reflexive. First I will explain, first I will give the definition, then with the help of one example we will learn it. Reflexive. Then second one is symmetric. Reflexive, symmetric if AB belongs to R. If AB belongs to R implies BA belongs to R for every A comma B belongs to A. So that is symmetric relation. If ordered pair AB belongs to R, then if BA belongs to R, then it is symmetric. Then transitive. Transitive if A comma B and BC, ordered pair AB and BC belongs to R, implies AC belongs to R for every ABC belongs to A. Then we can say that it is transitive relation. So here first one is reflexive. That means when we take any element from A, if ordered pair AA belongs to R, if doublet belongs to R for every element of A, that is reflexive. Then symmetric. If AB belongs to R, then BA belongs to R. If AB belongs to R, then if BA also an element of R, then we can say that it is symmetric. And if AB and BC belongs to R, then if AC also belongs to R, then it is transitive. Example: A is set 1, 2, 3. Then relation ordered pair 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 3. So this is one relation. This relation is a subset of A cross A, no doubt about it. It is a subset of A cross A. And here we have to check whether it is reflexive, symmetric, transitive, etc. So here one more element we can write down: 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 3, 3, 1. So here it is not a reflexive. If it is reflexive, then ordered pair 1, 1, ordered pair 2, 2, ordered pair 3, 3 should be an element of R. Ordered pair 1, for every A belongs to A, ordered pair AA should be an element of R. So here 1 belongs to A, 1 belongs to A, ordered pair 1, 1 is there, 2, ordered pair 2, 2 is there, 3, but ordered pair 3, 3 is not there. So this is not reflexive. Then symmetric 1 1 1 1 2 2. Then 1 3 is there. If 1 3 is there, then 3 1 should be there. Yes, 3 1 is there. If 1 3, if AB belongs to R implies BA belongs to R, then it is symmetric. So 1 3 belongs to R, then 3 1 also there. So this is symmetric relation. And a transitive. If AB BC, then AC should be there. So here 1 3, then 3 1, then 1 1 should be there. Yes, 1 1 is there. So that condition is satisfying. So this relation is not reflexive, but it is symmetric and transitive. And suppose we are adding here 1 3 is not there, and if we are adding 2 ordered by 2 2, 1 ordered by 1 1, 2 ordered by 2 2, ordered by 3 3, sorry, it is ordered by 3 comma 3. Then now it is reflexive. So for every A belongs to A, ordered where AA belongs to R. 1 1, 2 2, 3 3. So this is reflexive. Then symmetric. If 1 3 belongs to there, then 3 1 should be there. If AB belongs to R, then BA should be there. 1 3 is an element, but 3 1 is not there. So this is not a symmetric now. And a transitive property. 1 3 is there. Suppose 3 3 is not there. 1 3 is there. Transitive means if we have these two elements, then the third one should be there. So here 1 3 is there. Then if we have another element starting with 3, 1 3, then 3 2. Suppose 1 3 is there, then 3 2 is there. Then if we have 1 3, 3 2, and if we have 1 2, if we have 1 2, 1 3 is there, 3 2 is there, then 1 2 is there. Now it is transitive. Then 1 3 is there, 3 2 is there, but 1 2 not there. Now it is not a transitive. But now in this case 1 3 is there, but the second element starting with 3 is not there. So we cannot contradict the transitive property. So if we cannot contradict a transitive property, then the relation is transitive. So if we have two pairs, then the third one should be there. If we don't have two pairs, suppose we have only one pair, then the second one is not there. If second one is there, third one should be there. If second one is not there, then we cannot contradict transitive property. In that case, it is transitive. So this relation is not reflexive because ordered where 3 3 is not there, and this relation is not symmetric because 1 3 is there but 3 1 is not there. But this relation is transitive because we have first pair, second pair we don't have, starting with 3. If we have that two pairs, then third one should be there, but we have only one pair, so we cannot contradict transitive property. Therefore this is transitive, but it is not symmetric and reflexive. So that is transitive property. And if a relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, then it is called equivalence relation. Equivalence relation. Equivalence relation. A relation which is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, that is called equivalence relation. Example, A, set A 1, 2, 3. Then relation 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Now it is reflexive. Then 1, 2, then 2, 1. Then 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Reflexive. Then here 1, 2 is there, 2, 1 is there. So symmetric. And transitive 1, 2, then 2, 1, then 1, 1 should be there. Yes, we have 1, 1. So it is transitive. So this relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So this is an example for equivalence relation. So now we are going to do some questions. Exercise 1.1. Question number 1. Determine whether each of the following relations are reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Question number 1, exercise 1.1, first part, relation R in the set A. A is given 1, 2, 3, etc. 13, 14 and defined by relation R, set of all ordered pair xy such that 3x minus y equal to 0. So that is the relation. A is given and relation R defined in set A, that is ordered pair xy such that 3x minus y equal to 0. 3x minus y equal to 0, therefore y is equal to 3x. Y is equal to 3x. So we can find the elements of R. Y is equal to 3x. When x is equal to 1, y is equal to 3 into 1, that is 3. When x is equal to 2, 3 into 2, 6. When x is equal to 3, 3 into 3, 9. When x is equal to 4, 3 into 4, 12. When x is equal to 5, 3 into 5, 15. But 15 is not an element of A. So these are the elements of R. Y is equal to 3x. When x is equal to 1, y is equal to 3. When x is equal to 2, 3 into 2, 6. When x is equal to 3, 3 into 3, 9. When x is equal to 4, 3 into 4, 12. 12 is an element. When x is equal to 5, 3 into 5, 15. 15 is not an element of A. So this is relation R. Now we have to check whether it is determine which of the following reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So it's very clear it's not a reflexive, because for reflexive 1 belongs to A. 1 is an element of A, but ordered pair 1 1 does not belongs to R. 1 1 is not there. Therefore R is not a reflexive. R is not a reflexive. Then for symmetric, ordered pair 2 6 belongs to R, but 6 2 is not an element of R. Ordered pair 2 6 belongs to R, but ordered pair 6 2 does not belongs to R. Therefore R is not symmetric. Then for transitive, then ordered pair 2 6 belongs to R. Then if we have any pair starting with a 6, then the third pair should be there. Then 3 9 we have, 1 3 we have, 1 3, then 3 9, then 1 9 should be there. 1 3 is there, 3 9. That is the condition. AB, if AB and BC belongs to R, then AC should be an element of R. That is a transitive property. So here 1 3 is an element, then 3 9 is an element, then 1 9 should be there, but 1 9 is not there, so it is not transitive. So we can write 1 3, comma 3 9 belongs to R, but 1 9 does not belongs to R. Therefore R is not transitive. R is not transitive. So here we can say this relation is reflexive. Sorry, it's not a reflexive, it is not a symmetric, and it is not a transitive. So that is the question number 1. Now we can do second question. Relation R in the set n of natural numbers. Set of natural numbers means 1 2 3 4 5 etc. Natural numbers. 1 2 3 etc. Natural numbers. And the relation defined, R is equal to set of all ordered pair x y such that y is equal to x plus 5, y is equal to x plus 5 and x less than 4. X less than 4. x less than 4. So we can take the relation R. Y is equal to ordered pair xy such that y is equal to x plus 5 and x less than 4. So when x is equal to 1, y is equal to 1 plus 5, that is 6. X less than 4 and x should be a natural number and less than 4. So the possible values of x 1, 2 and 3. Then when x is equal to 2, y is equal to 2 plus 5, 7. When x is equal to 3, y is equal to 3 plus 5, 8. Then x cannot be 4 because x is less than 4. So this is the relation. Now we have to check whether it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. For reflexive, 1 belongs to set of natural numbers. 1 belongs to set of natural numbers, but ordered pair 1 1 does not belongs to R. 1 1 is not there, so it is not a reflexive. Then for symmetric, here 1 6 belongs to R, but 6 1 does not belongs to R. 1 6 belongs to R. Ordered pair 1 6 belongs to R, but ordered pair 6 1 does not belongs to R. Therefore, it is not symmetric. Then for transitive, 1 6 belongs to R, and if we have second pair starting with a 6, then we should have third pair there. 1 6, then no pair starting with a 6. If we have one pair there, then third one should be there. Otherwise we cannot contradict. So here we cannot contradict. And if we take this one 2 7, any pair starting with a 7, no. So we cannot contradict a transitive property. And here we have ordered pair 3 8. If we have one more pair starting with 8, then third one should be there. So here also we cannot contradict transitive property. So for transitive, we can say that we cannot contradict transitive property. Therefore, it is transitive. So here this relation is transitive because we cannot contradict transitive property. Suppose here we have one more element, 6 3. Suppose if we have 1 6, then 6 3, then 1 3 should be there. If 1 3 is not there, then it will not be transitive. So if the relation is this set, 1 6 and 6 3 is there, then in this case it is not a transitive. But in our question, we don't have that element. If we have this element 1 6 is there, then the element starting with the 6 3 is there, then 1 3 should be there. But we don't have second element here. So in this case, we cannot contradict transitive property. Therefore, it is transitive, but it is not a reflexive and not a symmetric. Now we can do question number 3. Third one. A relation R in set A. A is given, set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And relation R, set of all ordered pair xy such that y is divisible by x. Divisible by x. So here we need to find all the pairs satisfying that condition. Ordered pair xy such that y is divisible by x. That is, second element is divisible by first element. Second element divisible by first element. So ordered pair 1 2 is possible because second element 2 is divisible by 1. Then 1 3, 1 4, 1 2, 1 3, 1 4, 1 5, 1, 6. Because here second element 3 is divisible by 1, 4 is divisible by 1, 5 is divisible by 1, 6 is divisible by 1. Then starting with the 2, 2 and 4. 4 is divisible by 2. So that is an element. Then 2 and 6. Because 6 is divisible by 2. Y is divisible by x. Then starting with the 3, 3 and 6. Ordered where 3, 6. Because 6 is divisible by 3. So this is the relation. Now we have to check whether it is reflexive, symmetric, transitive. So here we have another set of elements here. 1, 1. 1, 1 is because 1 is divisible by 1. Then 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5 and 6, 6. So these elements also included here because these elements also satisfying that condition. Y is divisible by x. So here 2 is divisible by 2, 3 is divisible by 3, 4 is divisible by 4, 5 is divisible by 5, 6 is divisible by 6, 1 is divisible by 1. So these are the elements of relation R. Now we have to check whether it is reflexive or not. Here 1 is an element of A, 1, 1 belongs to R. 2 ordered where 2, 2 is an element. 3 ordered where 3, 3. 4 ordered where 4, 4. 5 ordered where 5, 5. 6 ordered where 6, 6. So this is reflexive. Then symmetric. 1, 3 is an element of R, but we don't have 3, 1. 1, 3 is an element, but we don't have 3, 1. So this is not symmetric. Then transitive. 1, 3. Then second pair we don't have. Then 1, 4. Any element starting with 4, 4. Yes. 1, 4. Then 4, 4. Then 1, 4. That is same. Satisfying. Then 1, 2. Then 2, 2. Then 1, 2. Satisfying. 1, 5. 5, 5. 1, 5 is there. 1, 6. Then 6, 6. Then 1, 6 is there. 2, 4. Starting with the 4, 4, 4. Then 2, 4. 2, 6. 6, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6. So we cannot contradict transitive property here. So this relation is reflexive, but it is not a symmetric, but it is transitive, because we cannot contradict a transitive property. We cannot contradict a transitive property. So this relation is reflexive. It is reflexive. It is not symmetric. When we write these steps for reflexive, we can write these steps like this. For reflexive. So if it is reflexive, we cannot give one example. If it is not reflexive, from one example we can contradict. If it is reflexive, then we will write the property. So we will write ordered where AA belongs to R for every A belongs to A. So when we take any element from A, ordered where AA belongs to R, we already verified. Therefore, it is reflexive. It is reflexive. And for symmetric, 1, 3 or 1, 2, ordered where 1, 2 belongs to R, but 2, 1 does not belongs to, ordered where 1, 2 belongs to R, but 2, 1 does not belongs to R. Therefore, it is not symmetric. Therefore, transitive. We cannot contradict the transitive property here. So, transitive property cannot be contradicted. Transitive property cannot be contradicted. Therefore, it is transitive. So, it is not reflexive, it is not symmetric, and it is transitive. The reason transitive property cannot be contradicted. So, that is the relation. Now we can do question number 4. Fourth one, relation R in set Z of all integers defined by. Relation R in set Z, set of integers. This is fourth question. And here the relation R is defined like this: set of all ordered by xy such that x minus y is an integer. X minus y is an integer. So here we want to check whether it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. X minus y is an integer. Set of all integers. So we cannot write all the elements of this relation because we have infinite elements ordered where 1, 1, 1, 2, etc. Their difference can be integer. So we cannot write all the elements. So first we have to check whether it is reflexive. For reflexive, x minus x equal to 0 is an integer. X minus x equal to 0 is an integer. Therefore, ordered where xx belongs to R for every x belongs to Z. So when we take any element from set of integers, that element minus the same element equal to 0 is an integer. That is the condition. Set of all xy such that if x minus y is an integer, then if x minus y is an integer, then ordered where xy belongs to R. If x minus x is an integer, then ordered where xx belongs to R. So here x minus x is an integer, therefore ordered where xx belongs to R for every x belongs to Z. So when we take any element from set of integers, ordered 1, example 1, 1 minus 1 equal to 0 is an integer. So ordered where 1, 1 belongs to R. Ordered where 2, 2 belongs to R because 2 minus 2 is an integer. And similarly, ordered where 100, 100 belongs to R. Ordered where minus 1 belongs to R, etc. Therefore, it is ordered where xx belongs to R for every x belongs to R. Therefore, it is reflexive. It is reflexive. Then for symmetric. For symmetric, let xy belongs to R. We are assuming xy is an element of R. Then we have to check whether yx belongs to R or not. Xy is an element of R implies x minus y. If xy belongs to R, then x minus y is an integer. X minus y is an integer. Implies if x minus y is an integer, then y minus x is an integer. Because x minus y, integer minus integer. X and y, let x ordered where xy belongs to R. X and y belongs to A, belongs to Z. X and y are elements of Z, integers. Then xy belongs to R. So x minus y is an integer. Integer minus integer is another integer. Then 10 minus 2 is an integer. So 2 minus 10 is another integer. So if x minus y is an integer, then y minus x is an integer. If y minus x is an integer, then ordered where yx belongs to R. So here, if xy belongs to R, that is xy belongs to R implies yx belongs to R for every x comma y belongs to set of integers. Therefore, it is symmetric. It is symmetric. Once again, we have to check whether it is symmetric or not. So let two integers x and y are two integers. Then ordered where xy, assume that ordered where xy belongs to R. If ordered where xy belongs to R, then x minus y is an integer. Integer minus integer is another integer. If x minus y is an integer, then y minus x is an integer. 10 minus 2 is an integer, therefore 2 minus 10 is an integer. If y minus x is an integer, then ordered where yx belongs to R by this rule. That is, if xy belongs to R, implies yx belongs to R for every xy belongs to Z, therefore it is symmetric. Now we are going to check whether it is transitive. For transitive, then we are going to take three elements from set of integers x, y, z are three integers. Then let xy belongs to R and yz belongs to R, where x, y, z are integers. xy belongs to R and yz belongs to R, where x, y, z are integers. If xy belongs to R, by the definition of, by that relation, x minus y is an integer. xy belongs to R implies x minus y is an integer. And yz belongs to R, that means y minus z is an integer. So x minus y and y minus z are integers. That is the definition. If xy belongs to R, then x minus y is an integer. Yz belongs to R, then y minus z is an integer. X minus y and y minus z are integers, therefore their sum is another integer. X minus y plus y minus z is an integer, because sum of two integers is integer. Implies minus y and plus y cancelled, that is x minus z is an integer. X minus z is. If x minus z is an integer, if x minus y is an integer, then xy belongs to R. If x minus z is an integer, then xz belongs to R. That is, xy belongs to R, yz belongs to R implies xz belongs to R. That is, xy belongs to R and yz belongs to R implies xz belongs to R for every x, y, z belongs to set of integers z. Therefore, it is transitive. So this is an example for equivalence relation, because it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So that is an equivalence relation. Now we are going to do question number 5. Question number 5. Relation R in a set A of human beings. A is given. Question number 5. Set of human beings. Set of human beings, and in a town at a particular time given by, set of human beings in a town at a particular time is given by, then first part are such that ordered where x, y, such that x and y work at the same place. Work at the same place. So that is the first question. X and y work at the same place. So we want to check whether this is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So here, set of human being in a town at a particular time, then we want to check whether x and y work at the relation is given, ordered where x, y such that x and y work at the same place. So here this is we can say by the definition of relation, ordered where x belongs to R, because x and x work at the same place. Mathematically that statement is correct. So when we try to write the relation, we can write ordered where for reflexive. For reflexive, ordered where x belongs to R for every x belongs to A, because x and x work at the same place. Mathematically that statement is correct. So ordered where x belongs to R for every x belongs to A. So it is reflexive. It is reflexive. Then for symmetric. For symmetric, let ordered pair xy belongs to R. That means x and y work at the same place. X and y work at the same place. Implies x and y work at the same place. That means y and x work at the same place. Implies if y and x work at the same place, that is ordered pair yx belongs to R. That is xy belongs to R implies ordered pair yx belongs to R for every xy belongs to A. Therefore, it is symmetric. And similarly, for transitive, so we can take three persons x, y, z. Then let xy belongs to R and y, z belongs to R. That means x and y work at the same place, y and z work at the same place. Implies x and y work at the same place and y and z work at the same place. Implies if x and y work at the same place and y and z work at the same place, then we can say that x and z work at the same place. Implies x and z work at the same place. Implies x, z belongs to R. So x, y, y, z belongs to R implies x, z belongs to R for every x, y, z belongs to A. So this is transitive. So this is an example for reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So this is equivalence relation. Then similarly, question number B part, second part. The same way we can do all the questions. Just we will discuss how to write the steps. Second one, B part, set of all ordered pair x, y such that x and y live in the same locality. So here x and x live in the same locality. Mathematically that statement is correct, so it is reflexive. So we need to write the steps. In previous question here we have written the same way we will write ordered pair x belongs to R for every x belongs to A, because x and x live in the same locality. So this is reflexive. Then for symmetric, let xy belongs to R. Let xy belongs to R implies x and y live in the same locality. If x and y live in the same locality, then we can write y and x live in the same locality. Therefore, yx belongs to R. Therefore, it is symmetric. Then transitive. Let xy belongs to R and yz belongs to R. That means x and y live in the same locality. Y and z live in the same locality. If x and y live in the same locality and y and z live in the same locality, then x and z live in the same locality, so it is transitive. So this one is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, but we need to write all the steps in proper way. Now we can do C part. Here R is equal to ordered pair x, y such that x is exactly 7 centimeter taller than y. So x is exactly 7 centimeter taller than y. So can we say x is exactly 7 centimeter taller than x? If x is exactly 7 centimeter taller than x, then ordered pair xx belongs to R. But x is not 7 x. We cannot say x is taller than x by 7 centimeter. That statement is wrong. So ordered pair xx does not belongs to R. X is not 7 centimeter taller than x. Therefore, ordered pair xx does not belongs to R. Therefore, it is not reflexive. Then symmetric. Suppose x y belongs to R. That means x is exactly 7 centimeter taller than y. So here if it is not a reflexive, we can write here in this question for reflexive, x is not exactly 7 centimeter taller than x. X is not exactly 7 centimeter taller than x. Therefore, ordered where xx does not belongs to R. Therefore, it is not reflexive. Then, symmetric. Let xy belongs to R. Implies x is exactly 7 centimeter taller than y. So if x is exactly 7 centimeter taller than y, then we cannot say y is 7 centimeter taller than x. Y is actually 7 centimeter shorter than x. So if x is exactly 7 centimeter taller than y, but y is not 7 centimeter taller than x, because y is 7 centimeter shorter than x. Therefore, yx does not belongs to R. Therefore, it is not a transitive. Sorry, it is not a symmetric. And similarly, transitive property. Let xy belongs to R and let xy belongs to R, then yz belongs to R. So here we can say x is 7 centimeter taller than y and y is 7 centimeter taller than z. X is 7 centimeter taller than y is 7 centimeter taller than z. So we cannot say x is 7 centimeter taller than z. X is 7 centimeter taller than y and y is 7 centimeter taller than z. Therefore, x is 14 centimeter taller than z. So x cannot be 7 centimeter taller than z. Therefore, x comma z does not belongs to R. So this relation is not a transitive. So this is not a reflexive, not symmetric, and not transitive. Now, next one, D part. Relation R, set of all ordered where xy such that x is wife of y. X is wife of y. So here this relation is not a reflexive. Reason, a person cannot wife of that same person. X cannot be wife of x. X cannot be wife of x. X can be wife of another person, but x cannot be wife of x. So this is not a reflexive. It is not a reflexive. Then reason, a person cannot be wife of that same person, so it is not reflexive. Then symmetric. Let xy belongs to R. That means x is wife of y. X is wife of y. If x is wife of y, then if x is wife of y, then y is a male, x is a female, and in that case we cannot say y is wife of x because y is husband of x. So if x is wife of y, then y is not wife of x. So y is husband of f. If x is wife of y, therefore y is not a wife. Y is not a wife of x. Therefore yx does not belongs to R. So xy belongs to R implies yx does not belongs to R. Therefore it is not a symmetric. Reason, x is wife of y. That means y is a male. A male cannot be wife of x. Y is actually husband of x. Therefore yx does not belongs to R. Therefore it is not symmetric. Then transitive property. Let xy belongs to R and yz belongs to R. Then transitive property implies xz belongs to R. If this condition satisfies, then we can say that it is transitive. Xy belongs to R, yz belongs to R implies xz belongs to R, then it will be transitive. And here in this case, x is wife of, let xy belongs to R, x is wife of y, x can be wife of y. So here y is a male and x is a female, x is wife of y, and that y is a male, that y cannot be wife of z because y is a male. A male cannot be wife of another person. So we don't get a second pair here. First pair is possible, but second pair we don't get because y is male. A male cannot be wife of a third person. So we don't get a second pair. So if we don't get second pair, then we cannot contradict transitive property. So if we cannot contradict a transitive property, so this relation is transitive. So this is not reflexive, not symmetric, but it is transitive because we cannot contradict the transitive property here. So this is a transitive, this relation. Here it is a transitive. That doesn't mean x is a wife of y, y is a wife of z, so x is a wife of z. We cannot say that doesn't mean because second pair not possible here. That is the reason. Then D, A, B, C, D, last property are ordered pair x, y such that x is a father of y. X is a father of y. Then this relation is not reflexive because x cannot be father of x. That is the reason. X cannot be father of x, so it is not reflexive. Then symmetric. If x is a father of y and if y is a father of x, then it is symmetric. If x is a father of y and y is a father of x, it is symmetric, but it is not possible. If x is a father of y, then y is not a father of x, y is a son of x. So it's not a symmetric. Then transitive. If x is a father of y and y is a father of z, that is possible. X is a father of y, x is a father of y, and y is a father of z. X is a father of y and y is a father of z. Then x is the grandfather of z. So x cannot be father of z. So this is not a transitive, but here we have second pair. We have second pair, x is a father of y, possible. Y is a father of z, that is also possible. But x cannot be father of z because x will be grandfather of z. So this is not a transitive. It is not a reflexive, it is not a symmetric, and it is not a transitive. But here it is not a reflexive. X is not a wife of x, it's not possible. X cannot be wife of x, it's not possible. And it is not a symmetric. If x is a wife of y, then y cannot be wife of x because if x is wife of y, y is a male and y cannot be wife of x, it's not possible. So it is not a symmetric. And here transitive, we cannot contradict the transitive property here because we don't get a second pair there. If x is a wife of y and y cannot be wife of a third person because y is a male, so second pair we don't get. If we don't get a second pair, then we cannot contradict transitive property. If we have two pairs, then third pair should be there, that is transitive property. So here we don't get a second pair, so we cannot contradict a transitive property. So in this question it is a transitive, not reflexive, not symmetric, but transitive. But here it's not reflexive, not a symmetric, and not transitive. We have the rest of the questions we will do in next video. Okay.